Every now and then, a proposal comes up to switch up the service patterns of the District and Piccadilly lines. The two lines run together in West London and towards the borough of Ealing on a 4-track line that enables local and express service. West of Acton Town, though, things get a little confusing. 4 lines all cross each other, with some combinations of them requiring rather convoluted changes. The idea that seems to get the most traction is to cut back the District line from Ealing Broadway and redirect those trains onto the line's other branches instead. To replace them, the Piccadilly line would gain a new branch. What looks like a simple realignment is a little bit more involved than meets the eye. So today I wanted to talk about what would happen if this switch is made. Let's first look at the frequency of trains on the line between Earl's Court and Acton Town. The Piccadilly line currently runs 21 trains per hour off-peak through the stretch, 12 to Heathrow, 6 to Rayners Lane, and another 3 turning back early on the Heathrow branch at Northfields. There's another 12 trains per hour on the District line, which are split evenly between 6 going to Richmond and 6 to Ealing Broadway. It's important to factor in the impact of the 2024 stock when it soon arrives on the Piccadilly line. The hope is that an additional 3 trains per hour would run off-peak, increasing from 21 to 24. If we were adding an Ealing Broadway service, I would send all 3 of those new trains there, plus the 3 that currently terminate at Northfields, to give Ealing Broadway a 10-minute service just as it has today. As a result of this, Piccadilly line trains should ideally stop at Turnham Green all day, otherwise people changing would have to backtrack all the way to Hammersmith. It would also have to stop at Chiswick Park, which may require modifying the tracks there. These 2 additional stops would likely slow down trips on the line by a couple minutes, but it's also worth highlighting that the new 2024 stock has a higher top speed than what it's replacing. One consequence is that the District line will lose its vital connection to Elizabeth line. The only other places where the 2 lines meet directly are Paddington, which most District line trains don't go to and is hardly a direct connection, and Whitechapel, which is quite far out. That said, the Piccadilly going to Ealing Broadway could get there a couple minutes faster than the District would, thanks to it operating the express service to Turnham Green, with cross-platform interchanges available between the lines at Barons Court and Hammersmith. On paper, this looks pretty trivial, but in reality it presents an accessibility challenge. Neither Barons Court nor Hammersmith has level boarding for both lines that pass through it. This is a transfer that many people already make, but would happen much more often with this rerouting. It's quite understated just how many mainline connections the District line has, at places like Victoria, Blackfriars, Cannon Street, if you allow a short walk, Embankment to Charing Cross, and Tower Hill to Fenchurch Street. Meanwhile, the only major mainline stations the Piccadilly line connects to are King's Cross, St Pancras, and Finsbury Park. For someone coming in from Heathrow who wants to go towards South London, what they'd probably do now is change at Ealing Broadway, ride the District line to their desired mainline station, and head south from there. If the District is cut back though, they would either have to make that cross-platform transfer at Barons Court or Hammersmith, or stay on Lizzie all the way to Liverpool Street and get on the Circle line there. The former does not have level boarding, and the latter is quite slow. To be fair, the connection between the Liz line and Thameslink at Farringdon could be an option for some. Another issue that could arise is that the Richmond branch may not be able to support a higher frequency with the presence of the overground too, but there's nothing that I'm aware of that suggests that that's the case. That said, the integration between the 2 lines would likely be better because the District's 10-minute base schedule and the overground's 15-minute base schedule are out of sync. The District running every 5 minutes, by moving all the Ealing trains there, would make the balance easier. Even every 7.5 minutes allows for a sync. As with a lot of issues with urban rail in West London, Old Oak Common would help a lot. That would provide an interchange between the Elizabeth line and the Richmond branch of the Malmö line, which would open up an alternate route to Heathrow for people on that branch. However, it would be quite a long walk, so it might not be that popular. There's also the small matter of Ealing Common. The station is currently served by both the Piccadilly and District, just like some others that we've seen, except there's only 2 platforms, not 4, so the 2 lines share tracks. This in turn means it's impossible to give both lines level boarding at the same time, so only having one line at the station would solve that problem. But of course the District line's depot is located at Ealing Common, so that might present a challenge in terms of getting trains into and out of service. In conclusion, switching the Ealing Broadway branch from the District to the Piccadilly is quite a complex decision, with a lot of different moving parts. I don't think it's necessarily a silver bullet, but it does seem like the benefits outweigh the drawbacks. This is a move that I would support if it were to happen, but equally I don't think it's the end of the world if it doesn't. Let me know if you are a regular rider of this stretch of the Underground. Would you like to see this change happen? Just a short video today, but thanks for watching and I'll catch you next time.